Hello, my name is Vincent. Today I'm going to talk about my practicum project, Perceptions of Complementary Alternative Medicine to Treat Nausea and Vomiting During Pregnancy Among Desperate Populations. So here are the public health issues. Nausea and vomiting during pregnancy affects 70 to 80% of pregnant women. NVP can affect nutrition, daily functioning, employment, mental health, and quality of life. Many women use CAM to manage symptoms. So the purpose for this project is to examine women's perceptions and utilization of CAM for managing NVP among diverse populations. So my target population are women aged 18 to 49 years old, experience at least one pregnancy, and experience NVP during pregnancy. So I have three SMART objectives. First is data collection, which includes at least 3 to 5 structured face-to-face data collection encounters with program participants and stakeholders. And data management, a coded and clean analytic data set will be developed to reduce data entry errors. And lastly, interpretation and reporting. A analytic summary will be prepared that interprets the study findings and provides 2 to 4 evidence-based recommendations to support future program implementation and evaluation activities. So for methods, for data collection, I use online quadric survey, IRB approved informed consent, and demographics, pregnancy history, NVP CAM use, symptom management strategies. And then for recruitment locations, I went to community locations like the mall or the Lynchburg Fresh Markets, and then healthcare organizations like Central Health, and then churches like Waymaker Church, the Whole Company, Highland Heights, Thomas Road Baptist Church. And then I use digital platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WeChat, WhatsApp to promote the program. And then I also extended domestically um, the geographic locations, not only domestically in the US, but also international locations. So for data management, it includes eligibility screening to remove duplicate and non-consent forms, and then coding and cleaning, and descriptive analysis. Um, you can see the flow diagram that includes the entire process. So for participant information and MVP experience, here are all the participant demographics at the beginning, age 25 to 34, and all the ethnicities and marriage, and either have insurance and either insured during pregnancy, and also for MVP experience. They either experience NVP during the first pregnancy or during multiple pregnancies, or reported vomiting one or more. And here are all the percentages with each category. So for CAM utilization, here are reported one or more CAM modality, 72%, and reported herbal CAM use, 68.3%, and reported non-pharmacologic CAM use, 41.5%. CAM users reported two or more modalities is 47.6%. Here are the most common therapies: gingers, aromatherapy, acupressure, mint oil, and lemon oil. So ginger is definitely the most commonly used CAM therapy. And here are the findings. So the key interpretation include that CAM use was definitely very common across the study population. Descriptive income differences were observed. So findings support greater attention to CAM communication during prenatal care, and then CAM education should be evidence-based and culturally responsive. So I did three deliverables. So first, I updated research literature. I created a educational handout, which is uploaded on the right side of the site, and then I wrote a recommendation report. And for recommendations, first, healthcare providers should regularly ask about patients' CAM use during pregnancy and also provide evidence-based information about CAM safety and use, and also to develop culturally responsive maternal health education. So for future research, larger samples definitely is necessary, and then representative recruitment and longitudinal designs. And here are the references. And then now I'm going to talk about my challenges and what I learned. So I think the most challenging part for this practicum for me is definitely recruitment. So I spent a significant amount of time asking people to participate in the survey, but nearly every location I visited, only a very small number of people were willing to complete it. In some cases, people initially agreed to participate, but later either forgot, changed their mind, or did not respond to follow-up communications at all. And I experienced a similar challenge when contacting church leaders and community organizations. Some contacts did not respond, while others provided very limited feedback that did not lead to additional recruitment opportunities. So this experience taught me that having an appropriate recruitment plan does not necessarily mean that recruitment will occur as expected. So public health work depends heavily on relationship building, communication, timing, and willingness of community members and organizations to participate. So most importantly, this practicum taught me that public health research requires flexibility. A well-designed plan is very important, but implementation rarely occurs exactly as planned. So being able to recognize barriers, adjust strategies, and still maintain ethical and methodological standards is important as part of the public health practice. So overall, I think this practicum provided an opportunity for me to move through the full public health research process from identifying a maternal health problem to collect data and manage data and interpret data and then communicate findings. And most importantly, this practicum strengthened my understanding that public health professionals must be able to do more than just analyze data. They must able to engage communities, recognize implementation challenges, communicate evidence clearly, and translate findings into practical public health actions. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.